Fighter 6. Fighting round. Special match. Online. Special versus practice. Arcade story.
Yo, I'm tired of playing the sidelines. Gotta make my own highlights. It's time to heat up for the fight.
All right,
of my
I'm
life.
ready.
Show 'em what I got, cause you know that it's my time. Drop till I fall, boy. Give it my all, boy. Got me feeling like.
I'm RYU, a martial artist. I've crossed paths with many during my journey for true strength. Take Ken, who trained alongside me under the same master. He has always been my greatest friend and rival. Guile, Chun-Li, Dawson. I've been saved time and time again by those who walk my same path. I've also met my share of enemies, opponents I had to overcome. And sometimes, that opponent was my own self. My journey knows no end. I will continue to do what I have always done. Search for those stronger than myself.
Italy.
Our fighters are pumping themselves up and are raring to go. Who's going to come out on top in this fight?
Give me your best shot!
Round 1. Fight.
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Gets the counter in. Impressive reactions there. Player 1 pushes the opponent into the corner. Checks him with a projectile. Player 1 is going to have a hard time managing their drive now. Taking stock. Player 2 is almost dead, but some clutch drive moves and a few prayers could turn this around in their KO. Player 1 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on.
Round 2. Fight.
Starting off with fireballs right from the get-go. The jump in catches them. You can open up chances to do big damage by baiting something out, getting that opening, and then jumping in. Player 1 is in a pretty good situation with the meter advantage. They're backed up into the corner. In there! Player 1 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak.
United Kingdom.
This isn't about just winning the match. Pride and bragging rights are at stake here. Both fighters will need to bring their A game to the table.
Round 1. Fight.
All right, first round. What's going to happen? Uses the target combo to take a chunk of damage off the opponent. Overdrive. What are they thinking here? Throws them to negate the block. Player 1 creates a good hook and the throw ends the round. Player 1 sets the tone with that win. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Round 2. Fight.
Hits them with a stopping fire. Everything up until now, and everything from here on out, is so vital. Player 1 has a slight life lead. Good heads-up decision opting for the drive impact. Both fighters planning something? Goes for the Shin Hashogeki. Player just goes for it at this range. A quick breather, brushes that off and keeps going. We have super arts on deck. There's still a chance to turn this around. Throws a fireball. This is gonna hurt. KO. Player 1 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak.
Mexico.
This is gonna be a 5-star match. Get ready for history to be made.
My pleasure.
Round 1. Fight.
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Charges in with authority. The throw hits. Now the fun begins. Steps in for the throw. Jump in, finds the mark. Well-timed command throw there. Starts off zoning with fireballs. Fireballs are risky, but if the opponent doesn't jump, they're one of the best ground game tools. Player 1 is working with a less than ideal drive gauge. They'll need to be very careful here. In a dire situation, they can't afford any mistakes. KO! Player 1 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling.
Round 2. Fight.
Starting off with fireballs right from the get-go. Gets a normal hit from the drive impact. They're still good. Sticks the jump in. You can open up chances to do big damage by baiting something out, getting that opening, and then jumping in. Player 2 going on the offensive. Burnout activates. Going in. Player 1 in dire straits with burnout. Time to reassess the situation. Player 1 is dominating this match. Tomahawk Buster. Their life is hanging by a thread. Weird for landing. Big time whip. A super art. And the kid, you see that? Slips through the opening for the KO.
Ryu wins.
That's what happens when you capitalize on all of your chances.
USA. Make it a scrap heap. Fight. This of mine. United Kingdom.
They're all fired up. We're almost underway.
Let us begin.
No mercy for you.
Round 1. Fight.
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Stays cool in counters. Is that going to condition them to be more conservative? Player 1 in that dangerous burnout state. Now they get pushed into the corner, where it's going to be very difficult to escape. Player 1 doesn't have a lot of drive. Will this super art connect? This is a real back and forth match for Cena. They definitely know what the other is capable of. Drive gauge finally recovers. All right, what's coming up next? The punish counter gives them a great opening here to do big damage. Both fighters are barely alive. Goes for the Shin Hashogeki. In there! Player 1 wins the first round and is now riding a huge wave of momentum.
Round 2. Fight.
Goes for it all, but just misses. Absorbs the attack and fires back. Takes them all the way to the corner with that. Chases them into the corner and will now look to do some damage. Uses the gauge for a super art. Ends the meter, hoping for a good return. Now, can they finish the job? What'll happen here? Sneaks in above. Player 2 holding on to that corner advantage. In there! Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in from this point.
Fight. Round. Fight.
This is gonna hurt. Final round. Who will pump the brakes on the impact? Player 2 took that round comfortably. No need to bring out the big guns yet. Looking for a chance. Nothing stops this train. With super arts into play, it's really anything goes. Will this super art do anything? They should have kept this one classified, because it's straight up nasty. Delta red on stone. Player 1 needs to wait this out. Cross super art incoming. Uh-oh. This could really tip the scale.
What's wrong? Get up!
Player one is on track to steal this back after that super. Carries them all the way to the corner in one go. Knockdown. Here comes the mix-up. Player two with the, are you kidding me? Player two really had to fight for that one. No shortage of drama.
9.
Still standing. Let us begin.
No mercy for you.
Round 1. Fight!
Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. Gets a chance with that jump in. The throw hits. Now the fun begins. Steps in for the throw. Player one is just about out of drive after that. Nails the anti-air. Trips him up. Neither of them willing to back off here. Can't take the throw? All right, what's coming up next? It's a big gamble and rips out a Ross KO. Player two on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on.
Round 2. Fight!
With the there's an overdrive shorty. Checks him with a projectile. Spin knuckle. What's their game plan here at this critical stage? Goes for it all, but just misses. Handle with care. You can't drop drive impacts. Smart play with the throw. Knockdown, and this is gonna be bad news. This can lead to some big damage. What'll happen here? Player two charges forward. Shogun to push forward? Oh, yo! Raw super here? The next touch may decide this round. Cannon spike! What are they gonna do? Oh my god, they just... Both of our fighters are down and out for the double KO. I've seen a lot of fights in my day, but nothing even comes close to this one.
Still standing. Let us begin.
No mercy for you.
Round 1. Fight!
Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. Misfire with the drive impact. Player one pushes the opponent into the corner. Buys some time by driving them into the corner. And now they can create some big chances to do damage here. Corner switch means they can now go on the offensive. Gets out of the corner. This is the range where things get messy. Can they utilize their reach or bait each other out? All right, what's coming up next? Life lead opens up. Will this super art connect? Adds a little super juice into this combo for more damage. Player two creates a good corner opportunity. This is a critical point of the round. We're going on the offensive. KO! Player one takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with?
Round 2. Fight!
Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Throws out a projectile. Experiencing burnout. Player one did a great job of leading their opponent up close that last round. Can they keep the momentum? One fighter's drive gauge is just about empty. Can they recover going on the offensive? Player one has an empty drive gauge. This is a very precarious situation. Burnout dissipates. Delivers the pain right to the doorstep. Looking to impress with this super. Player two just put themselves, connects with the throw. Going in, digs in deep to get that drive in. Oh my god, Shin has Shogun to push forward? How did they anticipate that jump in? Player one brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak.
Russia.
How's this match gonna shake out? It's gonna be exciting to see.
Let us begin.
I'll take on all of you!
Round 1. Fight!
Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. Checks with the projectile. Not much damage dealt so far, but they may be looking for an opening to run with. What are they thinking here? Uncomfortable space here. Can they clip each other on the edge? Throws them down. Player 1 pushes the opponent into the corner. Keeping them in the corner will only produce more damage opportunities. Player 1 doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. We have one player in burnout state, which means they'll have to continue to fight temporarily without using any drive-reliant moves. Life lead opens up, reads their mind and texts a throw. Parries gets them. Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage.
Round 2. Fight!
A huge punish counter right in the opening seconds of this round. Target locked and scoop. Was hungry for the grab. Looking for a chance. Taking them for a ride on the Siberian Express. Soup delivers the pain right to their doorstep. They're using a fireball to force a reaction. Super Art to show them what a PhD in fighters can do for you. We're at a standstill, but we may see an eruption soon. Gotta do better than that. That's a big gap. Who's going to draw Super Art incoming? But were they looking to connect with an overdrive art from this situation? Throws a fireball. Oh, could be the start of something. Rushes in. Doing some quick planning? Looking for a chance. Oh, the ground impact hits from comes off the tank and scores the win. Here's the final round. The real fight starts now.
Final round! Fight!
What an opening statement there! Tries to bait out a reaction to a fireball. Brushes that off and keeps going. Jumps. Perfect execution with the anti-air. Anti-air in the clutch. That's gonna leave him rattled. Punish counter on reaction. Player 1 is in a very good spot now. They're taking a step back to slow down the pace. Changes the pace with the fireball. Nothing stops this train. Ooh, put a little extra on that. Both sides getting ready. They think this time to bust this out? Ugh, take a seat. They gotta dig down deep. That was a magical shot. Player 1 was definitely sweaty during that well-earned win.
USA.
They're all fired up. We're almost underway.
Let us begin.
Don't expect me to be a pushover.
Round 1. Fight!
Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. Uses the target combo to take a chunk of damage off the opponent. Player 1 with the life lead. There's still a lot of fighting to be had. It's anyone's match. Player 1 chases them down. Strings it all together. Knockdown. At this range, many attacks can connect if you stick something out. The neutral game is very important. All right, what's coming up next? Heading into the end game now. It's getting tense. Taking stock. Who will capitalize on an opening first? Fires off a Shinku Hadouken! In there! Player 1 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with?
Round 2. Fight!
Jinrai kick for a mix-up. They just won't stop switching sides. Gets out of the corner. Player charges forward. Jumps. Closes the gap. Both fighters planning something. Jumps, finishes it with the anti-air. We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win?
Final round. Fight!
Brushes that off and keeps going. It's time for both fighters to lay it all on the line. Player uses their drive gauge. Team has Shogeki to push forward. This is gonna hurt. Player 2 draws super hard incoming. What were they thinking? Player 1 can't. They were waiting for it. They're using a fireball to force a reaction. Oh, here we go. Drops them from the air. Throws them. Switch sides. Amazing. Gets into perfect. Oh, yo, Ross, super here. Dangerous range here. Ooh, put a little extra on that. Ooh, take a seat. This is it. That was a magical shot. Player 1 comes out on top of that fierce battle. Talk about a show. That match had it.
USA. Carry the ball. Fight. Japan.
Our fighters are ready to get down to it, so let's start the match and see what these warriors are capable of.
I'm number 1. Round 1. Fight.
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Tries to get a breather with a projectile, trying to control their opponent here from a distance. Player 1 has the life lead, trips him up, still slugging it out here. Player 1 needs to deal with this burnout. Takes a big gamble and rips out a raw super. Did well to get the buff in there. Gets right in there. Will this super art connect? Taking stock. Will that super be the turning point? Life lead opens up. A gutsy fireball gives them the round. Player 1 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with?
Round 2. Fight.
Hits them with a stopping vibe. They've piled up the knowledge. Now, how are they going to use it? Attempts to break the stalemate with a fireball. Fireballs are risky, but if the opponent doesn't jump, they're one of the best ground game tools. Going on the offensive? Butt smash! Oicho throw. You can't let him close in like that. The impact doesn't do anything. Knockdown and... Time to reassess the situation? Both of our combatants are cooking up something. They're going for the super art. The super doesn't hit. Player 1 goes for the Shin Hashogeki. Will this super art do anything? Delivers the pain right to their doorstep. Scrapping it out up close. There's a burnout. Player 1 has depleted their drive game, but they are still within range to win. Perfect execution with the anti-air. This is a critical moment. No lapse in judgment goes unpunished.
That's right.
We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win? Nothing stops this train. Who's going to steal this win? The throw whiffs. Player 1 with a slight lead. That's gonna leave him rattled. Amazing. Player 1 is barely hanging on to their last bit of drive. They are not getting close to meets them air to air. Ooh, what a smart throw. Okay, here, will this super art do anything? Player 1, can this drive bring them back? Player 1 is looking at a grim situation with this and leads to some big damage. This might be a pivotal super art. Clutch anti-air. Take a seat. They were waiting for it. Keeps them out. I can't they react. A real test of nerves here. They can't get hit here. Shin has Shogeki to push forward? Are you kidding me? Player one comes out on top of that fierce battle. Talk about a show. That match had it all.
China.
This isn't about just winning the match. Pride and bragging rights are at stake here. Both fighters will need to bring their A game to the table.
Round one. Fight.
Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. Shows the overhead. Clear that neither of them wants to be in the corner. Gets out of the corner. They knew that throw was coming. Checks him with a projectile. This is the range where things get messy. Can they utilize their reach or bait each other out? Feeling out the spacing. Taking stock. Brings out the super art. How is this gonna work? Picks up the win with the counter hit. Looked like they were baiting their opponent into making a mistake. Player two on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. They piled up the knowledge. Now, how are they going to use it? Nails the anti-air. That's some big juicy damage on that counter hit. Player one will have to deal with this dangerous bout of burnout for a while. Going in? This is the ideal range to utilize the fireball game. Both life and super art gauges are not looking good. Time to grind it out. They back the opponent into the corner. Now to apply the pressure. What'll happen here? Ooh, what a smart throw! Life lead is there. And whip! They're wide open! KO! Here's the final round. The real fight starts now.
Final round. Fight.
Oh my god, they just jumped it up! Jumps? Player one won out those close scuffles, and now they gotta have a plan for the next round. The super doesn't hit. Both sides getting ready. Player one with the lead. Will they cross super art incoming? That's not gonna hit. What were they thinking? Player one can't use drive anymore. Both fighters desperately want meter here. They're in range. We gonna see a jump in? A dash? Nice fireball. Shrugs that off. That throw's gonna take off a chunk of damage. Oh, the throw connects. Okay, here we go. Can they use their drive to stage a comeback? They can't get hit here. Closes it out. Player one made some smart moves there. Great game.
Jamaica.
Our fighters are pumping themselves up and are raring to go. Who's going to come out on top in this fight?
Bring the heat.
Round one. Fight.
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Player one pushes the opponent into the corner. Buys some time by driving them into the corner. And now they can create some big chances to do damage here. Player one has the life lead. They've got a small life lead, but it's not over. Box him with a target call. That's some big juicy damage on that counter hit. What's their game plan here at this critical stage? Definitely answers the air attack. Throws them to start the corner pressure. Player two creates a good corner opportunity. Takes a... They're going for the KO. Player two on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on.
Round two. Fight.
Starting off with fireballs right from the get-go, experiencing burnout. Big gap between the two fighters, so they throw out a fireball. Player two had an impressive round while managing their drive gauge. They'll want to carry that momentum into the next round. Going in, player one in dire straits with burnout. Out of drive gauge. Now's the time. Player one doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. They back the opponent into the corner. Now they're going for the super art. Player one has the chance to sprint forward with the drive rush. Okay, here we go. Betting it all on the drive rush. Sets up with the jump in. What are they gonna do? Denies the jump in attempt. Player 2 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak.
9, 8.
I'm still standing.
Let us begin.
Bring the heat.
Round 1. Fight.
The fight's now underway. This is Vicious with the play-by-play. Goes for the fireball. Their drive gauge was running low, but they use an overdrive art anyway just to show they're not gun-shy. The super armor does its job. Knockdown. Player 1 is just about out of drive after that. Pressuring them in the corner. Player 2 is maintaining the corner position for some juicy damage. Life lead opens up. This is the perfect range to reach out and tag them with something. The pressure is so intense, it's a big gamble and rips out a raw super. Player 1 has depleted the KO. Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage.
Round 2. Fight.
Takeout! Who's going to start things off? There's an overdrive Shoryu. Goes with the safe stuff with that target. Backs away. Not about that BFF rifle. Gotta be careful not to whiff at this range. Uses the target combo as a filler. Rolling Soba. Player 2 hits him with a stop and bop. Going in? Good decision with that throw. Can they go? They're going for the super art? Oh, the throw connects. Okay, here we go. Anti-air in the clutch. Machine gun uppercut. What are they gonna do? They both decide to ease the tension and back off. Both fighters are hurting. What's gonna happen? Oh, kisses the fireball. We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win?
Final round. Fight.
Oh, nothing stops this train. Sunrise Festival. Can they nail the scene? Okay. Can they keep on? Player 2 will look to apply pressure here. This is a complete shutdown. They can't escape.
Hey!
Over in a flash. Player 2 gets the win in a convincing fashion.
Nine, 8, 7, 6.
I'm still standing.
Let us begin.
Bring the heat.
Round 1. Fight.
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Stands firm and blocks the drive-in. Starts with a jump in. Okay, takes them all the way to the corner. What's the play here? Player 1 in that dangerous burnout state. They need to hold out. Player 1 doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. What's their game plan here at this critical stage? Tries to keep the pressure on the opponent by zoning with fireball. Player 2 is almost dead, but some clutch drive moves and a few prayers could turn this around in their favor. Heading into the end game now, it's getting tense. Player 1 get KO. Player 1 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage.
Round 2. Fight.
Immediate jump in. They both showed their hand a little bit, so they must be thinking of a counter. Going on the offensive? This fight is just underway. What kind of game plan do they have? Looks like they're going for the super art? Sunrise Festival. They've got to nail the angles to keep this up. Okay. Player 1 is in a pretty good situation with a meter advantage. Experiencing burnout. Oh, the drive rush to keep it going. Dude, goes for the Shin Hashogeki. Drops him hard. Both fighters planning something? Player 1 has depleted their drive gauge, but they are still within range to win. Reads the throw and escapes. What now? Ooh, what a smart throw. They gotta dig down. Sets up with the jump in. Both up, closes it out. Here's the final round. The real fight starts now.
You're something else.
Final round. Fight!
Open, this is gonna hurt. Who's going to steal this win? Player 1 needs to use the threat of the corner here. They're going for the super art. Player 1 can't use drive anymore. Looking for getting it all on the drive run. Player 1 has the super gauge advantage. Chucks a fireball to continue their hold over their zone. Connects with the throw. Amazing. Player 1 is dangerously close to this is gonna hurt. Player 2 has a full drive gauge but is on the brink of death. Tons of space between the fighters' now. What are they cooking up? Noticeable life lead. Is a comeback still possible? Player 1 can't use any drive moves. They're just gonna go for it with the super. It is over. Player 1 comes out on top of that fierce battle. Talk about a show. That match had it.
Japan.
Oh, you must be Ryu. Hey there. The name's Luke Sullivan. Sorry to spring this on you out of nowhere, but what do you say we throw down?
For what purpose?
Excuse me?
Purpose. What are you trying to achieve? Why do you fight?
Purpose, well, honestly, I haven't got one. If there's someone out there stronger than me, I want a shot at him. Is that not a good enough reason?
It'll do.
How's this match gonna shake out? It's gonna be exciting to see.
Let us begin.
Let me have some fun!
Round 1. Fight!
Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. Gets a chance at that jump in. Lays on the pressure with the projectile. Are they trying to bait out the jump? A dangerous range here. You don't want to get jumped on a long recovery move or you're going to eat tons of damage. What's the play here? Shoots off a fireball up close. You know their fireball game is solid because they're only throwing it when their opponent can't jump them. This is where things will get interesting as the damage starts to pile up on both fighters. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Both fighters decide to reset the pace and assess the situation. Anything could happen here. Plenty of space between the fighters. What will be their approach? Sandblast! Player 2 creates a good corner opportunity. KO. Player 2 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with?
Round 2. Fight!
Immediate! There's an overdrive shorty. Overdrive Hadouken. Well timed for experiencing burnout. Player 2 managed their drive gauge well to create lots of opportunities for themselves. Let's see if they can maintain this rhythm. We have a super art on that goes for the Shin Hashogeki. Player, ooh, lands a rising uppercut. Player 2 will look to apply pressure here. Connects with the throw. Knew the throw was coming. Hits him with a stopping block. It's a good spot to use the super. Oh, looking for the definitive end to this round with a level 3 super. Player 2 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak.
9, 8.
Still standing. Let us begin.
Let me have some fun!
Round 1. Fight!
All right, first round. What's going to happen? Checks with the projectile. Player 1 has used up all of their drive gauge. Can they outlast it? Player 1 pushes the opponent into the corner. The drive gauge is completely empty, meaning their ability to block is also weaker. Oh, can they survive this badly timed burnout? Throws a fireball here, maybe as a simple zoning strike. Player 2 can't afford to get hit again, but still has a chance to take the round if they can find openings to use their drive. Knockdown. Life lead opens up. Checks them with a projectile. Plenty of space between the fighters. What will be their approach? Down to the wire. Were they baiting them into that? Gets them. Player 1 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage.
Round 2. Fight.
Immediate jumping. How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? Player 1 did a great job of reading their opponent up close that last round. Can they keep the momentum? Both fighters planning something? Player 1 will have to deal with this dangerous bout of burnout for a while. Charges forward. Scrapping it out, up goes for the Shin Hashogeki. They're going for the super art? Player 2 is working with a better game. What can they do with it? A super art? The super doesn't hit. Delivers the pain right to their doorstep. Throws a projectile to zone the opponent. They're taking a step back to slow down the pace. Doing some quick planning. Jumps! Oh, the drive impact KO!
Regeneration.
Player 1 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak.
Oof, talk about tough. Guess I need to step up my training. Ryu just up and disappeared the second it was over. I wanted to get a picture with him, but this is the best I could do. Actually, you know what? Maybe this ain't so bad.
Thanks for playing. Congratulations!